Hey guys, Megaland7 here. I have a brief explanation I'd like to put into this video. As some have pointed out, my first video was very shaky to the point where it was nearly unwatchable. To help with this, I have started using a new way to record which I hope you will like. I have decided not to include any of my trips where I filmed in the old recording style except the first clip as it was a nice grab, to alleviate the shaky cam issue. Please let me know if the new way of recording, which starts at Thrift Store 5 Round 2, is better. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy the video. Definitely. Most definitely I'm going to take those. Got lost. Computer games this time. Oh well, definitely still a good little grab. Hey guys, coming at you with a little quick thing from my car, mostly just because I have a funny story to tell about that game on the top there. That game is Walking Out, a fairly hard to find game on the Nintendo Wii. And this is actually the second time I found it, but only the first time I've bought it. So, the thrift store I bought this from, I always make fun of for just being completely inconsistent. I could have got it on camera, but I just didn't feel like it. There was a stack of two PS1s. The one on top was $5. The one on the bottom was $15. No cables, no controllers. There was a game in the bottom PS1. It was Rugrats Search for Reptar. So second time I found that in this series, but I'm not gonna buy it. I got the one. This is a disc only and a loose PS1 for $15. No, thank you. But I always kind of mock the place for inconsistency. So a while ago, I found this, Walk It Out at their store, knowing that it's a pretty hard to find Wii game. I was interested until I saw slapped on it a $19.99 sticker, and I was like, what? So I quickly put out my phone and check the value of the game, and the game is worth about $20-30 just because it is hard to find. And I was scared because I figured they might be like, they're probably starting to look up eBay prices of games. And mostly just off of principle, I didn't buy it. Yes, it was, on the lower end of market value, and it was a hard to find game, but out of principle, I could not pay market value at a thrift store. So then hilariously, today, when I go to the little shelf of games you guys saw, I found this. I also found the Luigi's Mansion. Definitely a good game to find. I saw this, and then I saw on the side $3.99, and I instantly thought about the last copy of this I saw was $19.99. I'm like, what's up with that? So, to my amusement, I go back to where the other Walk It Out was, which was behind one of their. They do have like a counter for their more valuable stuff. Like their designer handbags, their whatever they feel like throwing back there, honestly. Some of those computers go back there, some Legos go back there sometimes. And sometimes they'll put games back. They're mostly cartridge games, but, that's where the Walk It Out was. And hilariously, it's still there. So, I'm holding in my hands this copy of Walk It Out, you know, for $3.99, staring at another copy at the same exact store for $19.99. I don't understand thrift stores, guys. I mean, maybe there's some part of this business that I just don't get, but, you know, whatever. I now have I don't think it's good, at least I doubt it's good. Just look at the cover. Anyway, at least now have at least an uncommon Wii game, so, you know, that's nice. Yeah, I just wanted to tell that little story, just figured you guys might find some amusement in it. And, you know, also let you know that don't get discouraged if you go to a thrift store and you see just crazy prices, because that could just be whoever was pricing that day just didn't know what they were doing and priced it crazy high. And, you know, you just keep at it, and, you know, you could find that same exact game for much cheaper just a little bit down the line. Alright, I'll catch up with you guys on my next trip to a thrift store. Nothing here. No manual, no. Nothing. Nothing here either. Uh, 4 Goodwills, 3 caught on camera, and no games to mention at all. Welcome. Hey everyone, coming at you with a from the car find, mostly because the thrift store I found this at really is not that lenient, and I don't like them that much, but I do check to see if anything showed up, so I wasn't going to risk pulling out my phone recording in there because they might have asked me to leave. Anyway, I did manage to find this, the Ultra 3 Marlin Game of the Year Edition for Xbox, which is a pretty nice game. Get rid of the receipt. Disc is there. It's got maps. The last time I found this, it wasn't the greatest hits, and it was actually sealed. And since I'm not a sealed collector, I sold that off just to get more money for my actual collection. But this time, since, you know, it's an open copy and something I'll actually play, I'm going to keep it this time. So it's nice to have the Game of the Year edition for it. I had the normal edition, but, you know, Game of the Year had all this, you know, extra little fun bonus stuff. So yeah, just picked that up. It was like $4.50 for it, which is significantly cheaper than its normal going rate, so I'll take that. Alright, peace. Whole bunch of the same stuff you guys have seen, who knows how many times. A bunch of sports games and the occasional Grand Theft Auto. And let's check CDs. PS1 game lost in there, but it's NHL. Don't care. Alright. Yeah, we can do that. Alright guys, we're coming from my car once again from a thrift shop on my run. With something a bit different. I wasn't going to record initially because I went and checked and the games were just, there was like nothing and they were all terrible. Just like sports games and Guitar Hero. And I wasn't going to fill up the video with a whole bunch of, hey, I didn't find anything, hey, I didn't find anything. I'm going to sprinkle some in just to show that I don't find something at every place I go to. But I found this as I was walking out in the stuffed toys. And I had to get it. I actually found this guy. It's a Sonic the Hedgehog, like, plush character backpack. I remember I used to see these things all the time at, like, Spencer's, Hot Topic, FYE, places like that. And I always thought they were kind of stupid. Because, you know, I know there's, like, Zelda ones, too, that I gave one of my friends for Christmas one year. Because, literally, the carrying pouch, like, the size of your fist. So you're not going to be able to carry anything, and on top of that, the part that you have to, like, unzip to put anything in, it's going to be, like, what is, like, against your back. So in that respect, it's kind of stupid, but I do just like it just as, like, a little thing I can just set in my game room, and aside from that, I'm a huge Sonic fan, so I'll definitely pick it up. It was only, like, $2.50, so I have no problems picking this guy up. Alright, one more thrift store to hit up today. PC day. Look at all these big box games. Alright, let's take the first one that gets my interest. This MechWarrior over here. Make sure it's there. Yeah. Oh, great. We got books. But we ain't got a disc. Nice. Ooh. Yes, please. Alright, oh, wait. Okay. Ooh, what is this? Alright, disc is in there. There we go. And they're both there. Yep. Oh. Oh, good enough. Yeah, I'll take all these. Everyone, Megaland7 coming at you with a recap of the video you just watched and everything I picked up. I will point out that two of the games you're not going to see here, Grim Fandango and the Warcraft 2 Battle.net edition. I don't have those anymore because I'm not a huge PC game collector. If I find like good PC games, I'll typically keep them for like trade bait or use them to fund some other purchase. So I'm a bit, shameless in that way, but that's the truth. Grim Fandango and Warcraft 2 I no longer have. But anyway, what I do have, I picked up the Duke Nukem Time to Kill. I only really picked it up because it was $1 and it was complete. I had a loose disc version, but for $1 I'll take a complete PS1 game. This one you didn't see because I bought it on eBay, but I figured I'd go ahead and talk about it anyway since it's a recap video. This is not like a super special game. It's a ship battle game. It's pretty fun. I mostly got it because the first time I ever really played a PS1, my uncle had bought one. He left it at my house so I could play it for a while because he didn't really have a bunch of time to play it. And this is one of the games he had, and I played this a lot. And ever since getting my my PS2, I never had a PS1 until much later. When I got my PS2, this was one of the games I wanted, but I never really found a copy, or if I did, they always wanted way too much for it. So I found this on eBay for $4 shipped, and I was like, yes, please, I'll take that. If you find it for cheap, I definitely give it a shot, because it's not a bad game, but, like I said, it's nothing super special either. Now, for Typing of the Dead, this is one I am going to keep. I've always heard really good things about this game, that it's just really kind of goofy fun. Essentially, if you've ever played House of Dead, it's like zombies walking at you. But what this does instead is you use your keyboard, and in front of the zombie there'll be a word. I've even seen some of the words being pestilence or something like that. and you just type it out, and that acts like you firing a gun. Although the people you're playing as are running around with these like keyboards strapped around their necks. It's pretty silly looking. But you just type out the word, and that kills the zombie. I mean, all this really is like there is a book, and then there's the disc itself. I know there's a Dreamcast version. I'd much prefer to have that, but I'd also have to have a keyboard for the Dreamcast. But I'll definitely take this, especially for the $1 that I paid for it. Empires is another one I got to work as like trade bait, essentially. It looks like it's a pretty fun game, but like I said, I'm just not big into playing on the PC. So there's that. Walk It Out. I already told you guys the story about this thrift store. Got it because it was complete, and just because it is uncommon to find a Wii game. I mean, that's really all there is to it. There's nothing more to really say about this. It's a kid's like fitness game. I'm not gonna spend much time with that. Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, once again, pretty much picked it up because it was only $2, so price said go ahead and get it. But I also picked it up just because I do know from when I was a kid, I was like in elementary school when the Harry Potter games first started coming out. And I do remember Sorcerer's Stone for the PS1 actually not being bad, and Chamber of Secrets for GameCube I had being not a bad game either. Like, for licensed games, they're actually pretty good. I never played Prisoner of Azkaban just because like there was so many other games that came out around the time this one did that I wanted to play more. So for $2, I'll definitely give this a shot. And then you guys also saw me pick up a copy of Luigi's Mansion. You'll also notice that this one looks a lot nicer than the other version I had, because this one's actually my copy. I have since traded off the other Luigi's Mansion I found. Yes, I do buy stuff to trade them if I find it. I do not like how they put a sticker on my manual, and I've yet to figure out a way to get that off without completely damaging everything. So if somebody knows a way to get that sticker off my manual without like destroying the cover of the manual, please let me know. But I figured I'd go ahead and bring it for the video since I did find a copy of Luigi's Mansion. If you haven't played Luigi's Mansion, I would recommend giving it a try. It is actually a pretty fun game. A lot of people don't seem to like it, and a lot of people do like it. It's a really kind of hit or miss game. I found it enjoyable except for one puzzle, which I read guides on how to do it, even though it was one of those, I know what I need to do, but why isn't this working? Read guides, nothing. And it's like I had to stand in this really specific spot, and then all of a sudden, wow, now the puzzle fixed. Where like you have to like put water in a dog bowl or something, and a ghost dog shows up. It took forever for that to actually activate for me. Like I'm telling you, I sat there for like hours trying to get water into that dog bowl, and it never took until just one day magically, bam! Now you can continue the game. But I definitely recommend giving Luigi's Mansion a try. The 3DS version isn't a bad game. It's just I don't know. It just didn't really click with me. I played it about 2-3 hours, and it wasn't bad, but it just wasn't anything super special. And a lot of my friends who picked up the 3DS Luigi's Mansion as well thought the same thing, where it wasn't a bad game. It just none of us really felt enticed to continue. And my cat has decided to make a small appearance. Anyway, so this is most of what I got. Like I said, some of the stuff I don't really have in hand anymore. That's my pickups for this go around. Not a bad haul at all, especially considering these two, and then some of the games I've already gotten rid of. Just use the money I got from them to help buy other games that I won't find at thrift stores, because there are stuff I want, and I know I'm not gonna find them at thrift store. Like some of the grails I'm looking for, and I have a game sitting around that'll kind of relate. I'm a huge Mega Man fan. I have X1. I really want X2 and 3. Those aren't going to show up at a thrift store, so I'm going to need the money to pay for them. And if I can get a couple bucks selling, like a PC game that I don't have much interest in, to help fund my way to getting an X2 and X3, I'll do it. Okay. I don't know what my cat wants, but it's not leaving me alone. So, anyway, that's all for this time. Thanks for watching. Please let me know if there's any kind of improvements you want me to make to these videos. Yes, I do know the camera work is still kind of shaky. I'm using my phone's camera right now. But I am hoping to soon, at least before at the max before episode 10, have like the spy cam type things, the glasses that have a camera in them, because it'll look a lot better than this, and I'll better be able to pick up to show finds, since I'll just have them on my face. I won't have to dedicate a hand to filming while I look through everything else with my other hand, especially since sometimes I'll find things not with the games and I won't be recording at that point, so you guys will miss out on me finding something. But anyway, that's all for this time. Thanks for watching.